What is reflective walking practices? Hi, I hope you are doing well. Today, as usual, you will join your Motivation University with the usual intimacy. Today we are talking about reflective walking practices. We hope to reveal many very important and wonderful facts about reflective walking practices in this video. We invite you to stay with your Motivation University until the last few seconds of this special video. Reflective walking practices represent a powerful intersection of physical movement and mindful awareness that can transform an ordinary activity into a profound journey of self-discovery. As you explore this practice, you'll find that it creates unique opportunities for insight, emotional regulation, and personal growth that differ from seated meditation or other reflective techniques. When approached with intention and awareness, walking becomes not just a way to move from one location to another, but a deeply enriching practice that can foster greater self-awareness, clarify your identity, and ultimately fuel intrinsic motivation in various aspects of your life. Reflective walking has ancient roots in contemplative traditions around the world, particularly within Buddhism, where walking meditation has been practiced for thousands of years as a complement to seated meditation practices. Unlike your everyday walking experience, which often occurs on autopilot while your mind wanders through worries, plans, or distractions, reflective walking invites you to shift your attention to the present moment. It asks you to become fully aware of each step, each breath, and each sensation as you move through space, creating a harmonious state that is particularly conducive to self-discovery. When you engage in reflective walking, you participate in what many practitioners call meditation in motion, a practice that doesn't require special equipment or extensive preparation, yet offers profound benefits for both mental and physical well-being. This practice recognizes the fundamental connection between body and mind, acknowledging that physical movement can unlock mental and emotional patterns that might remain inaccessible in stillness. By synchronizing your movement, breath, and awareness, you create conditions where insights about yourself can emerge naturally and authentically. The beauty of reflective walking lies in its accessibility and adaptability to different environments and time constraints. You can practice it in a forest trail, a quiet park, a neighborhood street, or even indoors if weather or circumstances require. You might walk in a circle, back and forth in a straight line, or even in a labyrinth pattern, depending on the space available and your personal preference. The duration can vary from just a few minutes to an hour or more, making it possible to incorporate this practice into even the busiest schedule. As you explore reflective walking, you'll encounter various approaches that fall under this broader category. Walking meditation, as practiced in Buddhist traditions, often involves moving slowly and deliberately in a defined space, paying close attention to the lifting, moving, and placing of each foot. This highly structured practice creates a container for deep concentration, removing the need to navigate or make decisions about direction while walking. Mindful walking expands this awareness to include your surroundings, inviting you to engage your senses fully with the environment, while maintaining awareness of your body and breath. When practicing mindful walking, you remain open to the sights, sounds, smells, and textures around you without getting caught up in labeling or judging them. This sensory immersion creates a rich field for experiencing the present moment more fully, while still maintaining a reflective quality. Contemplative walking often incorporates a specific theme or question that you explore as you walk, allowing insights to emerge naturally through the rhythmic movement of your body. You might begin your walk with a meaningful question about your life or a challenge you're facing, holding the question lightly in your awareness without straining for answers. The rhythmic bilateral movement of walking creates a particular state of consciousness that's especially conducive to meaningful reflection and creative problem solving. The benefits of reflective walking extend far beyond the subjective experience of peace or clarity that you might immediately notice. When you engage in this practice regularly, you activate multiple pathways of wellness in your physical body. The gentle aerobic exercise increases blood flow throughout your system, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your brain and other vital organs. This improved circulation not only enhances your physical health, but creates optimal conditions for cognitive function and emotional regulation. Research has shown that walking meditation and mindful walking can significantly impact your mental health and cognitive function. A 2021 study found a positive link between cognition and mindful walking, suggesting that this practice might support healthy brain aging and potentially improve cognitive function as you grow older. This finding is particularly valuable in a world where cognitive overload and constant distraction have become common challenges to mental clarity and focus. From a mental health perspective, reflective walking offers powerful benefits for reducing stress and anxiety. The combination of physical movement, focused attention, and connection with your environment helps to regulate your nervous system, shifting from the fight-or-flight response that characterizes much of modern life toward a more balanced state where both alertness and calm coexist. This regulation creates ideal conditions for emotional processing and self-reflection, allowing you to engage with challenging thoughts or feelings from a more grounded and resourceful state. As you develop your reflective walking practice, you'll likely notice increased emotional regulation, extending into other areas of your life. The capacity to notice without immediately judging, to observe your thoughts and emotions with compassionate distance, becomes a valuable skill in navigating relationships, work challenges, and personal growth. This heightened awareness allows you to respond to life circumstances from a place of choice rather than automatic reaction, expanding your freedom and authenticity. Reflective walking also offers unique benefits for processing difficult emotions or experiences. During periods of grief, uncertainty, or major life changes, the simple act of mindful walking can provide grounding and perspective when other approaches feel too overwhelming or intellectual. The rhythmic movement creates a container that can hold complex emotions while preventing rumination, offering a balanced way to process experiences without becoming lost in them. Many practitioners report that their most significant insights and emotional breakthroughs occur during or immediately after a reflective walk. Perhaps most importantly for self-discovery, reflective walking cultivates a deeper connection with yourself. As you walk mindfully, paying attention to your body's movements and sensations, you develop a more intimate relationship with your physical self. This embodied awareness often reveals patterns, preferences, and needs that may have gone unnoticed in your everyday consciousness. Similarly, as you observe the flow of thoughts and emotions during your walk, you gain valuable insight into your mental patterns and emotional landscape, expanding your self-knowledge in ways that support authentic growth and development. Beginning your reflective walking practice doesn't require extensive preparation, but creating the right conditions can significantly enhance your experience. First, consider the environment for your practice. You'll want to find a location where you can walk safely without many obstacles or interruptions. The ideal location allows you to feel secure enough to turn your attention inward while still providing a pleasant external environment. If you're walking in a public space, you'll need to take care not to get in the way of others, which might initially distract from your practice. Before you begin walking, take a moment to transition into a more mindful state. Stand still with your feet hip-width apart and take a few slow, deep breaths while focusing on the points of your feet, making contact with the ground. Feel the ground beneath your feet, establishing a sense of connection and stability with the earth. Notice the weight of your body, the position of your spine, and the natural balance that your posture creates. This brief grounding exercise helps you shift from your everyday mindset into the more aware and receptive state that reflective walking requires. As you begin to walk, start at a pace that feels natural but slightly slower than your normal walking speed. Bring your attention to the physical sensations of walking, the pressure in your feet as they contact the ground, the shifting of weight from heel to toe, the gentle swing of your arms, and the rhythm of your breath. You might coordinate your breathing with your steps, perhaps inhaling for 3 to 4 steps and then exhaling for the same count, creating a meditative rhythm that anchors your awareness in the present moment. When you notice your mind wandering, which it inevitably will, gently guide your attention back to the physical sensations of walking. This returning is not a failure, but an essential part of the practice, strengthening your capacity for sustained attention. As you become more comfortable with the basic technique, you can gradually expand your awareness to include the sounds, sights, and smells in your environment, experiencing them directly without immediately categorizing or judging them. You can enhance your reflective walking experience by bringing particular qualities of attention to your practice. For instance, you might cultivate curiosity about your experience, approaching each moment with fresh eyes and an open mind. The Vietnamese meditation master Thich Nhat Hanh suggests imagining that you print peace, serenity, and happiness on the ground with each step, transforming your walk into a practice of positive intention and contribution. This kind of mental focus can deepen the reflective quality of your walking and connect it more explicitly to your values and aspirations. Consistency matters more than duration, especially in the early stages of developing this habit. Even a 5-minute practice is valuable if it helps you establish a regular rhythm of mindful movement. You might begin with a dedicated practice of 10-20 minutes in a quiet setting, then gradually expand to include elements of mindful awareness in your everyday walking activities. Remember that reflective walking is not about achieving a particular state or outcome, but about cultivating present moment awareness through the simple act of walking. As your practice matures, you might explore more structured approaches to reflective walking or experiment with different focuses of attention. For instance, you could incorporate specific mental themes or contemplations into your walking practice. You might begin with an intention or question that feels meaningful in your current life circumstances, allowing it to rest lightly in your awareness as you walk. The rhythmic movement often creates a conducive state for insights to emerge naturally without forced analysis or problem solving. Another approach involves using your walking practice as a time for gratitude cultivation. As you walk, you might deliberately direct your attention toward aspects of your experience for which you feel thankful. The functioning of your body, the beauty of your surroundings, or the simple fact of being alive in this moment. This gratitude focus can transform your walking practice into a powerful antidote to negativity bias, training your mind to notice and appreciate the positive elements of your experience that might otherwise go unrecognized. You can also deepen your practice by exploring the connection between your physical movement and your emotional state. Notice how your emotions manifest in your body as you walk. Perhaps anxiety creates tension in your shoulders, sadness slows your pace, or joy lightens your step. This awareness of the body-emotion connection provides valuable information about your internal state and can help you develop greater emotional literacy. Over time, you may find that you can use the quality of your walking to influence your emotional state, intentionally adjusting your posture, pace, or breathing to shift toward more balanced and resourceful feelings. As with any meaningful practice, you'll likely encounter obstacles in your reflective walking journey. One common challenge is the persistent wandering of your mind, which may feel frustrating or discouraging. Remember that noticing when your mind has wandered is itself an act of mindfulness, a moment of awakening from autopilot. Each time you gently bring your attention back to your walking, you strengthen your capacity for present moment awareness. gradually extending the periods of mindful presence. Another challenge you might face is finding suitable locations or enough time for your practice. Urban environments can present particular difficulties with their traffic, noise, and busy sidewalks. However, creative adaptations can help you maintain your practice even in less than ideal circumstances. You might find quiet times of day when parks or neighborhoods are less crowded, or discover indoor spaces like museums, shopping malls, or university campuses that offer safe, climate-controlled environments for walking. Even a brief mindful walk from your parking spot to your office can become a meaningful practice when approached with intention. Weather conditions can also pose challenges to a consistent walking practice. On days when outdoor walking isn't possible due to extreme temperatures, precipitation, or poor air quality, you might adapt your practice to an indoor setting or explore other forms of mindful movement that capture the essence of reflective walking. The key is to maintain the core elements of the practice: intentional movement, present moment awareness, and reflective attention, even as you adapt the specific form to accommodate changing circumstances. To receive the full benefits of reflective walking, consider how you might integrate this practice into your daily routines. Your commute offers an excellent opportunity for practice, whether you're walking from a parking lot to a public transit stop, or all the way to your destination. By leaving a few minutes earlier than strictly necessary, you create space to walk at a more mindful pace, transforming what might otherwise be a stressed rush into a centering practice that prepares you for the day ahead. Lunch breaks and transition times between activities provide natural opportunities for reflective walking. Even a brief walk around your workplace or home can serve as a valuable reset, helping you shift gears mentally and emotionally between different tasks or roles. These short practices can be particularly effective for clearing mental congestion, releasing physical tension, and refreshing your focus before engaging with the next part of your day. For many people, reflective walking becomes most sustainable when it's linked to another activity or need. If you have a dog that requires regular walking, these outings can become opportunities for mindful presence and reflection, serving both your pet's physical needs and your own mental well-being. Similarly, if you're committed to regular exercise for physical health, incorporating elements of mindfulness and reflection into your walking routine adds a dimension of mental and emotional benefit without requiring additional time in your schedule. The most effective reflective walking practice is one that resonates with your unique preferences, circumstances, and learning style. Some people discover that they prefer walking in natural settings where the sights, sounds, and smells of the natural world enhance their sense of connection and presence. Others find that urban environments, with their diverse stimuli and human activity, offer rich opportunities for practicing non-judgmental awareness and maintaining focus amidst potential distractions. Time of day can significantly impact your experience of reflective walking. Morning walks often carry a quality of freshness and potential, aligning naturally with themes of new beginnings and setting intentions. Evening walks may lend themselves to reviewing the day's events, processing emotions, and transitioning toward rest. Experiment with different times to discover when reflective walking feels most supportive for your particular needs and schedule. Technology, often seen as an obstacle to mindfulness, can actually support your reflective walking practice when used intentionally. Guided walking meditation recordings can provide structure and guidance, especially when you're learning the practice or exploring new approaches. Some mindfulness apps offer specific walking meditation instructions, and fitness trackers can be used to designate a mindful walking activity that reminds you of your intention without requiring you to track performance metrics that might pull you out of present moment awareness. The unique power of reflective walking for self-discovery lies in its embodied nature. Unlike purely mental approaches to self-reflection, walking engages your full being, body, mind, emotions, and senses. This integration creates a rich field for authentic insights to emerge. As you walk reflectively, you may notice subtle patterns in your posture, breathing, or tension that reveal deeper emotional states. The body often knows what the conscious mind has not yet recognized, and reflective walking gives you access to this embodied wisdom. Reflective walking can be particularly valuable for exploring questions of identity and purpose. As you walk, you might contemplate who you are beyond your roles, responsibilities, and relationships, accessing a deeper sense of self that exists beneath these external definitions. Similarly, you might use your walking practice to connect with your core values and aspirations, allowing the rhythmic movement to help you discern what truly matters to you and how you wish to direct your life energy. For many practitioners, reflective walking becomes a powerful tool for navigating life transitions or making important decisions. The combination of physical movement and reflective awareness creates ideal conditions for processing complex situations from multiple perspectives, rather than getting stuck in circular thinking or analysis paralysis. Reflective walking can help you access both your analytical reasoning and your intuitive knowing, integrating these different ways of understanding to arrive at decisions that feel aligned with your whole self. As you develop a consistent reflective walking practice, you may notice subtle but significant shifts in your overall approach to life. Many practitioners report increased presence in their daily activities, finding it easier to bring mindful awareness to conversations, tasks, and relationships even when not formally practicing. This expanded capacity for presence enhances the quality of your experiences and relationships, allowing you to engage more fully with the life unfolding before you. Reflective walking can also foster greater resilience in the face of life's challenges. By regularly practicing the skills of present moment awareness, non-judgmental observation, and compassionate self-reflection, you develop internal resources that help you navigate difficult circumstances with more balance and wisdom. Rather than being overwhelmed by stress or adversity, you find yourself able to respond with greater clarity, creativity, and emotional regulation. Perhaps most profoundly, consistent reflective walking practice can transform your relationship with yourself. Through the simple act of walking with awareness, you develop a more intimate and compassionate connection with your own experience. This self-relationship forms the foundation for authentic living, meaningful relationships with others, and contributions to the wider world. As you walk the path of self-discovery step by step, you create conditions for living from your deepest values and realizing your fullest potential. Reflective walking offers you a rich and accessible pathway to self-discovery, combining the physical benefits of movement with the insights that arise through mindful awareness. By engaging in this practice regularly, you create conditions for greater self-understanding, emotional regulation, and authentic growth. The simplicity of reflective walking belies its profound potential. Each step taken in awareness becomes an opportunity to come home to yourself, to inhabit your life more fully, and to move through the world with greater intention and presence. As you incorporate reflective walking into your life, remember that this practice, like any journey of self-discovery, unfolds gradually and uniquely for each person. There is no perfect way to practice. The most valuable approach is the one that you can sustain consistently and that resonates with your particular circumstances and learning style. Whether you walk for 5 minutes or an hour, in a forest or a city street, with structured guidance or in spontaneous awareness, each mindful step contributes to your growth and well-being. The path of self-discovery through reflective walking has no final destination. It's an ongoing journey of deepening awareness and expanding capacity for presence. Yet with each mindful step, you arrive more fully in your life as it unfolds in this moment, discovering the profound truth that the journey itself is the destination, and that the path to self-discovery leads ultimately to the place where you already stand. As you continue this walking practice, you'll find that the insights, clarity, and presence you cultivate not only enhance your self-awareness and sense of identity, but also fuel authentic motivation that flows from your deepest values and most meaningful aspirations. If you haven't watched the Periodic Life Reviews video on the card on the right, I invite you to watch it too. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, please subscribe. If you like the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to share this video with others. We'll see you again tomorrow with a video like this. Until then, stay tuned with Your Motivation University. Have a nice day. Bye.